Hi, the internet. Welcome to the What Else Show. I'm your host, Robert. This is Bethany.
Hi, internet.
And today we've got a brand new What Else Show for you, Bethany. What else are we talking about today?
Today, we are doing a spoiler-free movie review of Black Widow.
That's right. Black Widow released July 9th, 2021. The 24th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Black Widow. What did you think about Black Widow?
I loved it.
You loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I also really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Should we do a spoiler-free synopsis?
Let's do a spoiler-free synopsis.
Okay, so this is just a super high-level spoiler-free synopsis. We're leaving out anything that was not clear in the trailers. So basically, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, obviously, reunites with her spy family to take down some bad guys.
Okay.
I
think that's the synopsis they have on IMDb.
Yeah. So that's the premise. Without going into spoilers, I loved it.
Yeah. Scarlet Black Widow.
Scarlet Black Widow.
Right. Has a tortured, haunted past.
She
that
does.
they allude to in all the other Marvel movies. And
Yes.
we kind of get a backstory on some of that.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so what'd you like about the movie?
I enjoyed the action sequences. I was drawn in by the story right away. I was emotionally invested in the characters right away. I thought the acting was fantastic. And like I said, the action sequences, there were a lot of them, but it was it didn't seem superfluous. Like it all kind of made sense.
Right.
It wasn't like action sequences just for the sake of, it's like things happened and there were, chain reactions and stuff. And so it made sense.
Right.
Yeah,
this movie moves at a really fast pace,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
A lot of chasing,
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of like a good Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
Because, you get the team together, you get chased, you chase other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of action, a lot of over-the-top action. But yeah, I really enjoyed the fast pace of this movie. I think the fast pace comes at a detriment to the story, not necessarily the character development, because I feel that the characters in the movie do get developed.
Yes.
But the story itself kind of gets put on the back burner for the action sequences.
Yes. Yes. Which are very good. But I mean, Florence Pugh is incredible. She was so charming, and her and Scarlett Johansson just had such great chemistry. I mean, I think there was just like so much chemistry between all of those actors. I just felt like I was so invested in what happened to them.
Yeah, I think
I was like,
I think
so
the whole
excited.
cast has chemistry. I think all the characters in the movie have chemistry with each other.
And it's peppered with humor.
Yeah, there's a lot of humor in it.
Humor, yeah, it's kind of peppered throughout with humor, and so I felt like the humor really hit.
Yeah, I felt the humor hit at every point, and a lot of the humor is like from being the straight man in a extraordinary situation.
Yeah.
The minutia and the detail of, they're out there, they're being spies all the time. They're always being shot at. So the minutia of the situation is, I think, where a lot of the humor comes from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being shot at, but there's something specifically that I want to talk about, these clothes that I'm wearing. Right.
Yeah, it was I thought it was just really well done.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done.
Really well done.
What do you have to say bad about this movie?
The only thing I didn't like, and I won't go into any spoilers, but I left with way more questions. There were some things that I wish that they would have gone into a little bit deeper. Story-wise and Black Widow's character, I was really missing that at the end, but yeah, that is my only complaint, is I left with a lot of questions.
Yeah, they asked a lot of questions and they didn't answer. Well, they set up a lot of questions and they didn't answer them, which, I mean, I guess they had to do. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of minutia, the detail of how the situation came to be.
Yeah. Which I do wish they would have fleshed out.
Aren't you going to ask me what I didn't like about the movie?
Well, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Robert, what didn't you like about the movie?
Okay. Bethany, I'm going to tell you right now. I thought it had an awful Nirvana cover towards the beginning of the movie.
You
the
did not
credit
like
sequence
that.
just angered me.
Like that.
And I guess it's the story, how the story's kind of put on the back burner for the action. But I mean, I'm having fun watching the whole thing.
Yeah, it was so
from beginning
fun.
to end. It kind of reminds me of maybe like an older action movie, like an 80s action movie, maybe like I don't know, like a Die Hard or a Tango and Cash or something, where the action takes center stage and the story kind of gets put on the back burner. Yeah. This being the 24th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, can we say how it connects to the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I, for one, feel like the movie itself would have been better served had it been within the existing... I don't want to give spoilers.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about it without giving spoilers. So we're trying to be super careful.
I feel like the movie would have been better served if it came out in a different order than the other. Than the current order.
That's a good way to phrase it. Yeah. I agree, but I think at one point it was delayed, right?
Yeah, but that still doesn't make up for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I would agree without. Going into
Do you think
details.
people who are not caught up on their Marvel movies will like this movie? Do you think people who've never seen a Marvel movie would like this movie? What do you think?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Do you think people have to see this movie before they see the next movie?
I mean, if you're not caught up in the Marvel universe, you might be okay to watch it, but it's gonna spoil a lot of stuff down the road for you. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe don't watch it on its own. I feel like you should be caught up because there is some. Yeah,
at least with Black Widow and her storyline, you're gonna get a lot more out of it if you've seen Civil War, Infinity War,
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Anything really tied to Captain America and the Avengers.
Yeah. Because I feel like you'll just get so much more enjoyment out of the movie like we did. Like we love the MCU, and so we've seen every movie multiple times. So,
we shouldn't even be reviewing it because we're so biased.
Yeah, we're so biased. That's not true. We gave Captain Marvel a not good rating. I was so impressed with how they just made the characters so, like, I was just so invested in the characters so early on in the film.
Right. The
it
characters
doesn't take long.
And their relationship to each other.
Yes.
And what's going to happen to them in the movie.
Yes.
I'm actually surprised that, like, without spoilers, that this movie came out when it did, because it almost feels like they could have made sequels to this movie specifically, like a Black Widow 2 or... like they could have gone off on a whole nother thread of Black Widow movies.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have for the future.
We don't know. And, maybe some of my questions will be answered in the future.
Maybe.
I don't know. I hope so. That's all I got.
All right, let's get our numbers and rate it.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, a high 4 with a recommendation. I thought it was great. I just have a lot of unanswered questions. That's the only reason why I can't give it a 5. But it was fantastic. It was great. 4 out of 5. Recommend.
I also give it a 4 out of 5. It's got a lot of fun action in it, but I mean, there's not really a lot of room for anything else. A lot of action, a little bit of comedy. It doesn't really progress like the entire Marvel storyline as a whole. And also movies like this, like Black Widow, I mean, we kind of know what happens to her. So
if we're caught up.
Yeah, if you're caught up, you
kind of know.
You know what happens to her, so it kind of lowers the stakes on everything. But I mean, I still had a really good time, really fun.
Yeah.
And I recommend it for people that are caught up with the Marvel movies and enjoy the Marvel movies. And if you're not caught up and don't like them, it's just another Marvel movie. Don't see it.
Yep.
That's it. Should I take us out?
That's it. Yep. Take us out.
Thanks for watching, Internet. You can follow the show on Twitter at What Else Show. We're also on Instagram at The What Else Show. Please like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. And that's it. Bye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.